Rouse here, it's full time here at Dunston. It's ended in defeat. Our league campaign has finished here at Dunston. It's been a tough night. Give us your thoughts on that 90 odd minutes.
You know, I'll go back to Saturday and then I'll obviously reiterate the first 5 minutes today. We spoke to the players at length before the kick-off about not giving weak referees the chance to make decisions, and 4 minutes in we go into a tackle. You know, it's right in front of us. I think it's a foul to us, if anything. I think, you know, Vanny gets there first, the lad follows through, Vanny plays the ball, and the referee does what, you know, we'd expect a North East referee to do, is brandish a red card, and obviously ruins what's a good spectacle. And, you know, I speak to club officials from Dunston after the game, and they were the same. You know, they said it's ruined what would have been a good game. And Dunston have done what a good side would do in terms of making sure 11 v 10 for 86 minutes. They've took us apart, and we fed off scraps, and ultimately, you know, 11 v 10, the best team's gone through. We can have no complaints on that.
You talk about obviously the game being ruined, but these boys, as they have done all year, they've given everything to try and get back into the game. We've even into the 90+4, we've still tried to get forward, still defended it best we can. It's obviously a down moment at the moment, but what's your thoughts on the way that the boys stuck in as they have again all year?
So I've just said to the players, what I don't want to do is detract from what's been a positive season, and it would be a travesty if the players ended the season with no silverware or nothing to show for it. You know, we've come up against a really good side today, and you know, 11 v 11, who knows? We felt like we'd started really well up until the stupid refereeing decision, and then 11 v 11, Dunston, you know, they're a good side. They still might have beaten us. They're a side who's only played 11 games at home and something like 27 games away. So they'd have been, you know, if they'd have probably had a little bit of a look with their pitch and playing a lot more games at home, they'd have been right in the mix for the title. So, you know, we've come up against a good side, but our boys have, you know, they give it everything as they have all season. They're hurting in there, you know. There's players visibly upset. There's players that are frustrated, but ultimately, you know, I don't want to single things out, but we've given a referee a decision to make, and in my opinion, he's made the wrong one, but he's made one. And if you do that, you go into tackles like that, especially away from home, when you come up to places like this, you know, you tend to find that they'll make them decisions, and ultimately that's what the game's hinged on. We'll never, you know, it's all theoretical. We'll never know if we would have been a better side 11 v 11. We'll never know if Dunston would have won 11 v 11. What we do know is they've gone through 11 v 10. And good luck to them in the final. You know, they've got a good management team, a good bunch of players, and we've come up against a good side and ultimately gone out.
One game left to go. Obviously a few days now to try and get some energy back into legs, hopefully get some war wounds healed. Big game, County Cup final. Give us your insight into that one.
You know, I'm not sort of thinking about that at this moment. You know, the group are hurting, I'm hurting, the management team are hurting, and we sort of have to go away and assess, you know, where we think we can improve, or, you know, some of them boys are young enough to probably come again, and we have to assess where we are moving forward and see what that brings. But like you said, we've got the County Cup final. It'd be a travesty if this season ended with no silverware, and what we've got to do is pick ourselves up quick and try and finish the season with some silverware and do what we know we can do and turn in a positive performance while ensuring, you know, we keep 11 on the pitch. One of the things we said at the beginning of the season is we thought last season the discipline had let us down. We tidied that up in a big way, and you know, I think we, up until this point, had only an handful of red cards, and you look at the last two games, and you know, two of us more experienced players are the two players that have been sent off. We lose one for today through suspension. We lose another after 4 minutes today. And you can't do it if you want to win things. So we have to refocus, make sure our discipline's 100% better on Monday, whilst turning in performance. We know if we do that, we've got the quality to hurt teams. So ultimately, you know, we want to deliver a trophy that the club's never won, make a little bit of history for it, and put our names alongside that.
A final note: nearly 700 here at Dunston. Our supporters probably made the most noise all 90 minutes. What's your message to them that came out tonight?
They've been fantastic all season, you know, and ever since we came back to the club 3 years ago, they've given us brilliant support, and you know, whatever the future holds from here, like I said, we want to make sure we finish on an eye on Monday, and then we'll take things from there and have conversations with the club. But you know, the supporters have been outstanding. They've given us everything, both home and away. and we thank them for the support, and we hope we can turn out in the numbers again Monday, and hopefully, you know, we can turn the gloom of today into smiles on Monday and celebrate with a trophy.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate.